Hi, Betty.
Hello.
And Betty is joining us. She was a student in Next Brain, and we have worked together. And she's just joining to share a couple of thoughts with us. Do you all know Betty?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
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 And Betty, we are in the middle of seeing how we can upgrade students.
Hi.
You just joined at the right moment. You just joined at the right moment. We see how we can upgrade students and keep them, invite them back to our school after they finish C2 level. And
wonderful.
yes, and thank you for joining. And I would like to invite you to share a couple of thoughts of what's happening in your school, how you have upgraded your students and yourself with all the things that you have been doing all these years.
Thank you for having me. I am here to share, as Theodora said, and sharing isn't always easy, but it's always rewarding. I couldn't be here with you from the beginning because we're currently doing some repairs in my school. We had some water leakage, there was a lot of damage, and we're managing.
Best of luck with that.
Thank you. But I'm so happy to be sharing with you. Well, I have been teaching English for 20 years. I have been running my own school for 11 years, my own language school. And I have always experienced teaching very enthusiastically, full of passion and power. I remember myself in the beginning lighting up my classes and having students involved in everything, anything I wanted. It was such a wonderful beginning, but then like 4 or 5 years later, something happened to my family. We were in a health crisis, I would say, and I had to devote all my time and my energy supporting my family. Uh, I could not work. I had to organize others to work for me. I had to manage the stress. It was a very difficult time, but it was the most formative time, I would say. I learned so much. Then when 3 years later, after all this crisis, when I was ready to find who I was again, after I had lost my identity, myself in all of that, the pandemic struck. And here I was again trying, as every other person, mother, parent, whatever, trying to cope with new challenges, finding new problems ahead of me. And then I got lost again and I could not remember who I was. I could not find myself, my passion, my love for what I did, for who I was. So that's when I met Theodora for the first time. Uh, I saw her for the first time on a webinar with Sofia Papavelli, and I could instantly know that I could tell that she could speak to my heart and that she views the world in a different way, that she could help me get out of this, vicious cycle, this stuck feeling. Theodora knows that. And when after I because I connected so well with Theodora, I spent so much time with her. We had some personal coaching together. Uh, Coach, I mean, that was awesome. We had the X-Brain sessions together, business master classes, you name it. Even the excellence programs for kids. All of this impact that Theodora has on people, like washed inside of me. And I started to work on myself, and I think I am back on track. I remember uh, who I was and now I know who I can be. I have this new path ahead of me. I can see it very clearly. I am building it. And I could not, when I met Theodora, I could not have imagined that total transformation. Theodora helped me with so many breakthroughs these 2 years that I have met her, only two, but so many breakthroughs. And my latest breakthrough is that I am currently building my own educational framework. I am so thrilled because Theodora knows that I have always wanted to connect community, children, kids and teenagers with the community and society and citizen action. So I am currently building this framework, this educational framework, and I'm building the pillars based on which my students will develop a true interest in society, in their community, in the world around them, and will design and implement specific actions to help solve global issues, to help the other members of their own community, and to put their skills to use. I mean, I want to take their tech skills, their tech skills to another level. Not just have tech skills, but use them. Use them by motivating, learning about the world, and then motivating others to learn about the world and take action. And Theodora knows I have been trying to get this out of my system for a long time.
So I want you to share what happened in you to see this program or framework.
I don't really know how to express this. I just I felt like, you know, the impact we have on kids. I felt like we need to take our teaching to another level because information is out there. Anybody can have access to information. What we need to do to people is to get them emotionally involved. And because all my kids connect with me emotionally and they keep sending me messages through the summer, and I knew I had to do something. I mean, it was like they were telling me, teacher, like, do something, do something, do something. And then I just stopped. I paused. I devoted time to myself. I devoted time thinking. I looked deep inside of me about what I really want. What do I really want? What do I want these kids to actually feel? What I want these kids to actually find out? How can they, you know, be something different than they were before? How can they be, you know, active citizens, real people that know what their community needs, what the society needs, that they know that the future is in their own hands, you know? They don't feel their future is in their hands.
They don't
especially in Greece. I don't know about other places in the world, but in Greece, the kids feel trapped in a lousy system. So that's how I paused. I looked inside of myself, and I found out what I really want kids to feel. I want them to feel powerful, to feel like they can actually do something about what is bothering them or what they need to be different. And that's all because of you, Theodora.
My question is again, what happened in you so that because of me, I just turned on the lights. I know nothing about your framework. I know nothing about the plan you are preparing for the students. I've seen so many videos that you uploaded, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It was real transformation for these students to be there in the mayor's hall, presenting, talking about like
democracy. The topic was democracy and how teenagers can actually be informed about the political system and how they can understand the impact of their political decisions.
Yes, that was in you. What had to happen for you to see it?
There's so, I don't know, I took so many different steps. So if I go back, I would say that I started listening to my instinct a lot more. I actually did in the past, but I started listening a lot more. I stopped listening to other people. So every time somebody said this is something you cannot pull through, you can't do it, I said no, I can. I know I can, and I'll find a way to do it. And every time someone said there is no time for this, I just said I'm gonna make time. There's always a way to make time. What else? I definitely asked for any support that I could. I find this very important in life, to
Before
know.
we ask support, we need to believe in.
Yes. I believed in myself more than ever. Yes, thank you very
Yes.
much.
Yes, this is the starting point. This is what pulls the trigger for everything else. If I don't believe in myself, in what I'm, the mission, the vision, even if everybody comes to support me, what am I going to achieve?
Nothing.
Nothing.
For me, the most, I think the what I would say was the thing I didn't do like the past years was that I listened to others. I let them, influence me. I don't let them influence me anymore. And the moment I relieved myself from that, from all others around who say you can't do this, you're never going to achieve that, or it takes so much effort, why would you even bother? I just shut my ears and I go straight in. And no matter how much energy or time it takes, I know that the result will always reward me. And I always remember, Theodora, what we have together always practiced. I visualize the target. I visualize the goal. I am there. The moment I start organizing, I see myself there doing it, actually achieving it, actually getting the reward at that moment. And as we have always said, I always reward myself. I always use this cycle of organize, do, and then have the reward ready. What will your reward be for yourself? How will you celebrate? And that has really, really helped me because, there's always, and having small goals, there's always a big goal, but if you don't have small ones, small steps that lead to the bigger goal,
yes,
then it's really difficult to have a path cleared out.
Exactly. Small, actionable, achievable goals. One step at a time. One small step a day. 1%.
Sorry, Theodora, and knowing that you can actually inspire, especially the students. If you feel that you can, if you feel your power and you know where you're going, you know what your goal is, and you plan out, the students will always follow. And they will take it even a step further than you, beyond what you expected. I mean, when we started this big event in the city hall, I did not expect my students to, to be so, how can I say, I felt like they were 25 years old. They were 15-year-olds. I felt like they were 10 years older. They were so responsible. They tried so hard. They felt that we were doing, along the process, because it was a 3-hour process, they felt that we were actually rocking it. They felt it. And, it was, I mean, beyond any expectation. And every time we involve the kids, we know that they're going to do more than we expect them to do. But we have to be the power. We have to inspire them. We have to feel it.
So they just need a pathway to follow, and they're going to be successful. They just need a safe place, people to trust, and they have the answers. Our students have the answers. This is what we need to believe. After we believe in ourselves, okay, next step is to believe in the students, that they do have the answers. I don't even need to look or know the answers because I cannot find them. My mind is not there yet. We are working on their future, right? This future, we haven't, none of us has seen it. So how can I support somebody in something I don't know, in something I haven't seen yet? I can just build their character so much that they can go through any difficulty, any crisis. They're strong and they can do anything for them, not me having to do anything for them. Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you so much for joining and sharing your plans. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Betty. Thank you very much for sharing.
When something comes from the heart,
Thank you very much.
Can
Thank
it
you.
fail? When something comes from the heart, can it fail?
No.
Sooner or later, it's just going to be out there, right? More schools adopting it, more schools doing what you're doing. And we've seen it again and again. When something comes from the heart, it's going to attract more students. These students are going to come back for more after they finish with their C2 level, right? The same students and they're going to invite friends. So there is going to be a new dimension in the school, something we couldn't even predict, we couldn't even see, we couldn't even visualize. Because now the students are our ambassadors. We make our students ambassadors of our mission. So we are not on our own in our mission. We have ambassadors now. And they're connected through their heart with us. Thank you so much, Betty, for sharing. You can stay if you want to. I know you're very, very busy with the school. And if you have any questions for Betty, you can connect with her, or you can ask her now if there's anything you want to ask. So X-Brain is just the beginning. X-Brain is just the spark that we need to set light to this big fire we have, like this big light we have in us. So through X-Brain, what I do is I empower the teacher to feel it, to see it in them. And of course, at the same time, this is school curriculum. We can use the same curriculum, the same way we can use these slides we're doing with your teenagers. Again, you're going to discover lovely things. And so X-Brain is not what we are teaching, the content we are teaching in X-Brain, but what's happening while we're teaching this content. And this is what you're going to bring into your classes. You'll be teaching English in another way. Thank you, Betty, for sharing. It's been amazing. I'm wishing you the best, all the best. And we don't even know how this is going to unfold. We don't even know. It might unfold with parents. It might unfold with talking in conferences. Right, Betty? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The ideas are just, coming from everywhere.
We do the work, we do the inner work, and we just allow everything to unfold without judgment. Thank you for joining, Betty.